There's really not much else to say about Anthem's rough post-launch history. The game got to a point where Christmas decorations were still up in late February, and this tweet kind of highlighting that went viral. Now, it is true that Bioware did this on purpose, that they extended the Ice-Tide season event, but when you're in a place where there's such a lackluster amount of content that you have to keep Christmas decorations up in order to spruce things up, I mean, that's not a good sign at all. And then more recently, I talked about how, to make optics worse, Anthem didn't celebrate its first birthday in any significant way in-game, so that caused headlines like this to spread. Anthem's fans celebrated the game's first birthday, even if Bioware didn't. So while fans went out of their way to post their memories and experiences in the Anthem subreddit as part of the anniversary, Bioware just didn't do much on the day of. And so we got headlines like this: 1 year on, Anthem remains a sad monument to generation of folly, the sound of silence, and Anthem didn't get a first birthday party, as well as 1 year of Anthem, empty lobbies, lingering events, and a whole lot of sadness. It all just felt pretty depressing, and this is especially strange given that BioWare did say in their post here confirming the overhaul that will keep the game going with events, story refreshes, and revisiting past seasonal and Cataclysm content, starting with our anniversary towards the end of the month. The anniversary came and went. Nothing seemed to be going on. And while we did see some BioWare staff like Jonathan Warner, Andrew Johnson, and Mark Dara mention or wish Anthem a happy birthday, BioWare and the Anthem official Twitter didn't say anything up until today, a few hours after I uploaded my last video discussing the lack of activity when it comes to Anthem's anniversary and birthday. So here is a tweet. Freelancers, your community cortex wrapping up Ice-Tide is now ready for you. And then the screenshot does show that there's some kind of anniversary plan. This was posted 4 hours ago as of the recording of this video, so that would be 1 p.m. Pacific or 3 p.m. Eastern. And here is what that Anthem blog post looks like, or actually this is a forum post in the EA forums where a community manager provided the following update. Freelancers, do you feel that? The winds of winter have finally dwindled and the birds of spring have begun to sing their songs once more. Sometimes it felt as though the greenery would never return. I guess that's poking fun at itself a little bit, but the snow has melted away and revealed the lush and now blooming jungles of Bastion once again. Starting today, Ice-Tide has come to an end. Thank you to all of you who experienced it. We hope you love these snowstorms as much as the jungle rains. So yeah, 2 months after Christmas, 2 months after the holidays, 2 months after New Year, BioWare finally decided it's time to take the Christmas decorations down. And yeah, it's just pretty unreal for a AAA live service game to be in this kind of situation where they have to extend Christmas because that's just how little there is to the game right now. But, you know, anyway, moving on. However, that's not the only notable date to pass recently. 22nd of February 2019 was the release date for Anthem, meaning our first anniversary was this past weekend. 1 whole year. It feels like both a lifetime ago and as though it went by in the blink of an eye. I think more people will agree that it feels like it's been a lifetime since Anthem's release. For many, it's kind of been something that has gone away from the back of their minds. It's something that's gone forgotten because there's just been little to no activity. And while we know that there is an Anthem overhaul in the works, it's just something that people won't be able to trust until they see it with their own eyes. Given the many unfulfilled promises surrounding Anthem, people are not gonna all of a sudden start believing just blindly that the overhaul is gonna be this revolutionary new thing that will revive Anthem. The fact of the matter is that we don't know. Only time will tell. And there's more pessimism currently surrounding this title, with the hope that things will pan out, that the game will make some kind of comeback. But yeah, this is a game that's just lost so much interest, that's left people's minds so quickly that it can kind of feel like it's been way more than a year since the game's launch. Whether you've been flying our javelin from the very start or you suited up along the way, we couldn't have gotten this far without you. Your feedback, your creativity, your passion, all of it has driven us forward. I've said this before and I'll say it again, while I'm totally fine with developers having a gracious attitude amidst the precarious situation, I wish they would acknowledge more the fact that a game is not in the best state possible. I wish they would say something along the lines of, "We fucked up," rather than trying to paint everything in a positive light. Otherwise, a statement like this is going to feel robotic. It's going to feel dishonest when it doesn't really paint the full picture of what's going on with this game. And then this post continues with, "To celebrate this occasion, we have released an anniversary gift for all players who log in until March 24th. If you're wondering why the wraps may look familiar, it's because they're actually based on the heroic freelancers who adorned the original Anthem key art that decorates the box for the game and various promotional art." So here is the screenshot showing what is essentially free skins that players are getting as part of the Anthem anniversary. So at the very least, people did get something out of the anniversary. Anthem did give out this gift, and the skins look pretty interesting. They do look pretty cool. But at the same time, I do wish Anthem would have communicated better throughout this whole event. They did say in the blog post that they would be heading towards the anniversary celebration at the end of the month and that they'd be planning something, but there was just absolute silence when the anniversary hit on the 22nd, and it's only now on the 25th, 3 days late, that we're hearing about what their plans actually are. And that's just so representative of the entire post-launch of Anthem, where there would be long streaks of silence followed by the occasional release of a patch or a content update that was kind of really sporadic. And there was just this lack of communication and a lack of keeping the players up to date about what they can look forward to. And so people are constantly in the dark or confused about the road ahead. With the Cataclysm, for example, there was absolutely no word on when that event would drop, and it had already been delayed, and there was just silence, no updates before out of the blue it did eventually drop, and then it ended up being disappointing. You know, if Anthem intends to improve as a game, it isn't just enough to do an overhaul of the game, it also has to be an overhaul of the development infrastructure of communication that will make it something that seems to have a plan and a road ahead, and a road that can be properly illuminated to the players so people have some semblance of an idea of where a game is headed. And when there is a delay, that has to be announced and specifics have to be provided rather than going incognito and just dropping the delayed content whenever Bioware deems is the right time without saying a word and keeping people in the dark. And so the fact that they weren't able to do that with just something as simple as this anniversary celebration does not inspire confidence that when the overhaul eventually comes, that things will change on that front, that there will be better communication and just better timeliness for content updates and releases. Every little thing matters for Anthem right now. They have to be able to nail the little things if they hope to inspire confidence that they'll also get the big stuff right, and that they won't repeat history with what happened during Anthem's launch and post-launch. To finish things off, the forum post said this: alongside today's anniversary gift, we released update 1.7.0. This concludes the Ice Tide event and adorns Bastion with the lovely blooming visage of spring. Be sure to read over the release notes as they cover a great deal, including how the game will function in the time to come. From here on out, we're going to be a bit quieter though. During the post-Ice Tide period, we'll still be around and will provide community cortexes and the like when appropriate, but we're otherwise going to be heads down and working hard towards the future. In other words, we're going to be super busy with the overhaul, so don't expect a lot of new events, new content drops. Expect things to go pretty quiet for quite some time so that we can focus on this big reinvention of Anthem. And yeah, that's probably the smart thing to do, and in this paragraph, at the very least, we do know what to expect down the line. It isn't going to be much of anything, but at this point, given the sad state of the game, I'd rather it stay on life support for a while and then they do a major blowout with the overhaul rather than trickling in things that may disrupt their schedule and the development cycle of the overhaul. Might as well just hunker down and try to get the overhaul right. As far as what patch 1.7.0 is going to do for Anthem, it reads right here in the patch notes, we are kicking off our recurring schedule. The primary focus of this schedule is to deliver a regular rotation of challenges, store offerings, content and game modes, coin and currency awards, gameplay inversions, and mini holiday seasons throughout the year. So basically, it's just going to be a remixing of the content that's already there, but nothing new is going to drop, nothing too special is going to happen to celebrate the anniversary. The skins seen here, that's pretty much as far as things go when it comes to anniversary celebration. It is unusual for an anniversary event for a AAA live service to be so low-key, but Anthem being what it is, I guess it was inevitable that celebration wouldn't really be that big of a deal. But yeah, this is where we're at, folks. Christmas decorations finally came down towards the end of February. Long overdue. We finally saw the anniversary of Anthem being acknowledged in some way, and some small semblance of celebration happening days late after a lack of communication, but at least players who still play the game did get something out of this. And EA and Bioware are admitting that there's not going to be much happening with this game. It's going to be pretty quiet until they're finally able to reveal the overhaul and eventually release it, hopefully sooner rather than later. This overhaul needs to have happened yesterday. As things wind down for the current version of Anthem and as we anticipate the Anthem overhaul, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on the latest events surrounding Anthem and what your hopes and dreams are for the overhaul. Drop a comment below, and to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.